Remember, rhinestone designing takes time. So anything we are doing, we are looking for the easiest way, or rather, the easiest way to do it and the fastest way to do it. Because in this modern day and age, there isn't so much, or rather, everybody wants everything ASAP. Now, nodes can also be deleted. And all you need to do is to select the node and delete. And it's gone. I deleted that one because I didn't like the way the curvature was. I don't want something here. I just want it to move straight. Let me increase the stroke of this thing to maybe 1 inch so we can see it better. Let me undo so that you see what I mean. Okay, fine. So now you can see it a lot better. So what I did was I took my shape tool, selected this node and deleted it. So you can see from the deleting, this looks more curved to the way the design is. So sometimes you delete a node to make it look better. I deleted that one too. I can select that one and bring it in. There's no need for this node here. See, it didn't affect it. I deleted it and the curvature didn't change, so you don't need that node. Later on, there's a point where you understand why you don't need as many nodes. But I think we've done that when we did circles on curves, because you know that the circles on curves will create a circle wherever there's a node. So if you have too many nodes, you'll be having too many circles either on top of themselves or too close to each other. This isn't necessary too, so we can remove that one. It changed the curve, but it changed the curvature, but it changed it the way the design is, so that's a good thing. This one may not be necessary. It changed it a little bit, but I think I like the way it is. So let me change this a bit. This one is definitely not necessary. Also, this one. Yes, this is not. No. See, deleting that one changed the way it is. But you see, I'm not going to undo it to bring it back. I want this one to come closer here. Now, what I want to do is show you how you can create a node when there's already a bunch of circles. So anywhere on the line, if you double click, a node is automatically created anywhere on the line. So I double clicked here, I created a node. Now I can drag it around. So I use two nodes now to make this follow the curvature of the design. If I delete this one, it didn't change it so much. I want to drag this in. Remember, to create a node, just double click anywhere on the line. To delete a node, just select the node you want deleted and click delete. Okay. Now, as you can see, my design is looking more like my tracing is looking more like the design. Let's see if we've completed everything up. Now, the other thing about this circle, okay, it's looking nice, is that it has some inside parts. So if I zoom out and just select it, where are those inside parts? Here. So we need to draw, or rather trace out those inside parts. So the first one we'll use is this one. Remember our Bezier handle, or rather Bezier tool, select here. Now, the first time what we did was undo. Select here, select here, select here, select here, select here. Let's change the curvature so we can see it. Let's change the color of the stroke. Now, that's what we did. Then what we do next is to use our shape tool, select any of the nodes, Control A to select all the nodes, right click and to curve. So anytime we click any point of it, we have this. Now this is one way of doing it. You see, there are usually different ways to do things depending on what you find more comfortable. So this has completed this straight up, very straightforward. I'm going to delete it, the entire thing, because I could also do this. I go to my Bezier tool, select this, and when I get here, instead of clicking and just going on, when I get here, I will drag, click and drag. So what is it doing? It's bending that curve already for me. So I come here, click and drag, it's bending it. Click and drag, it's bending it. Click and drag, it's bending it as well. Let's change the stroke width and give it a new color. So it's kind of done what we need it to do. It's not perfect. So I can come in here, shift it in, come in here, drag this up a bit. Now, using one thing is, if I click this now and I only drag here, you can see what's happening on the other side. It's shifting the other side too, and that's not necessarily what I want. Sometimes it could be what I want, but not necessarily what I want. So I want this to come out here, but I don't want that place to the one. I want the one on the right to come in here a bit so that it follows here, but I don't want this one to change. If I want that to happen, all I need to do is hold down Control when I drag it. Or rather, no, it will still move. So I click this one, right click, then I choose this option called cusp. What that means is when I click that cusp option and I drag this right hand side, if you notice the left hand side didn't move. It didn't move. So that's what you can do. And when I drag the left hand side, the right hand side did not move either. I'm doing all of this because these are the little tools here and there that I use while when we get to more complex designs. This isn't even more complex. As funny as that sounds, this isn't even close to what, and you've seen some of my designs anyway, so you know that this isn't even close to being complex at all. This is just me, arranging my lines whichever way I want. So we've done the inside of that. Let's do the inside of this one. This time I don't want to do, okay, let's do the click and drag. Let's call it the click and drag. We'll need a name for the other type. Change the stroke width so we can see it. Give it a new color. Sometimes this click and drag just works perfectly out of the bag. You don't need to do too much adjusting. But you can see every time I click one side, the other one goes with it, unless I use cusp. Then when I drag this side, that side doesn't move. Can arrange it a lot better. Okay, that looks okay. Then we come here, Bezier again, click, 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 click. Change the width so we can see it, change the color. Of course, you could just default set your width to be 1 inch and not have to do this all the time, but I don't do that because I like my width to be hairline until I need it not to. Excuse me. So depends on you. I'm not liking the way this is, so I'm going to create a node here so that I can pull this out a bit. Just this. This is just me being neat picky. Okay. Now we've done all the insides of the queue. I told you there are a bunch of things you learn in the process of tracing. So now if I select this outside part, where is the inside part? It didn't go with it. Now you could say, okay, like we've done with selecting, we select the outside part, hold shift, select inside, select this one, grab it all together. Fantastic. So of course, if we want to grab it all together, we just use Ctrl G. And now whenever we click it, we can grab it. However, is it one shape? No. Yes and no. So I could change the stroke, maybe change it to green. Let's increase so you can see it all the way from here. So green, I can change it to purple. But what happens when I change the feel? Now, this doesn't look like what we want. We want this spaces, this circles or curves inside to be, how do we call it now? To be not to cut into the outer shape. Now, in order to do that, we select it and ungroup. First of all, we didn't need to group. But if we remove it, you can see now there's no shape there. So what you need to do is to select the whole thing and you come up here. This tool is called combined. So it's Ctrl L as well. Combined. These other tools too kind of do the same thing, but let's not bother about them until we really need them. But for now, this is the one we need, combined. We click this tool, clam. What does it do? It removes or cuts those inner shapes into the main shape. So now we have our queue looking exactly like this one looks. So now I can change the feel into anything I want. Okay. And if I want it transparent, I come and left click this empty space here. So there's nothing, and all I have is the outline that I want to return to 1. So when we zoom, we can see it. Now, clearly, with this knowledge now, you can go on and trace every other part of this design. So this part, since we already have it, I will just speed through it. If you have any questions, of course, you can ask. Zoom in more. Or am I okay at this point? I guess I am. I'll take it from here. Let's go. I'm following the same things I did before. I'm clicking and dragging now. Just clicking and dragging. Eventually, later, at the end of the whole thing, I will come in. If you notice, I'm not even trying to follow the, what's it called, curves yet. I just want to get my nodes done, because I know I'm still coming back to work on each individual node. You could even say there's no point even clicking and dragging. I should just click, 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 click. There's no point clicking and dragging, since I'm going to come back and work on every single node. Now you can see how complex or time consuming this is. So when anyone asks you to make a design for them, charge accordingly based on all this time it takes to make it. We're getting to the beginning. Remember, it changes to an arrow. So when we click that, let's increase the stroke So, one of the reasons I don't like increasing the stroke is it kind of covers the design, so you don't really see the curvature or the way you want it to be. So I'm going to return it to hairline. Okay, like I said, select the whole thing. Use your shape tool to select any of the nodes. Then now, because I was clicking and dragging, it already created those handles for me. I really don't need to do that curve thing anymore. So now let's go in and work on each one. I don't need this, or maybe I do. Let's see. Am I getting? Let's create one back. Remember, the idea is to bend this, and give it a curve and make it look like the design as much as possible. Okay. See, this one moved. So if I right click here, cusp. So when I bend this one doesn't move with it. Like I said, it's a constant zoom in, zoom out. So you need to get used to that. Or maybe work on a bigger screen. My laptop screen is quite small. Now, you see, these were the parts I think I wasn't clicking and dragging. Or rather, they were the parts I was clicking and dragging. Not now sure. Okay. But you can follow along and you understand what I'm doing. You can just leave that. I can just use cusp. So I can bring that back in. Okay, these were the places I was clicking and dragging actually. Because I was doing clicking and dragging all the time. So click one of the nodes, Control A to select all of them, then click cusp for every single one of them. Because I think we already have our Bezier handles on anytime we click any of it. So I think so that we avoid having to right click cusp all the time. Right click and click cusp all the time. So this was pretty fast, if I do say so myself. Now you can see all these parts. I think I was just clicking. So now there's no Bezier handle. So we know how to get that to curve. Select the inside part and bend it the way you want. I didn't zoom in here because I felt I could eyeball it. Now, since these ones are this way, I'm not sure, do we really need that? Okay, we can select one, Control All, and to curve. I guess because that one needed to curve, so that's why it came out for all of them, as opposed to earlier on when we didn't. That particular node was a click and drag, not a click and follow. Okay, let's call that one click and follow then. Let's call that technique click and follow. Click here, click here, click here, click here, click here. Okay. Low, two. I want to get rid of this one. Don't like the curvature. Okay, fine. Let's click here. Bring this up here. you glory. I don't know if this wasn't a recorded class. I'll be playing music somewhere in the background or watching a documentary on YouTube. But because I have to record my screen and you have to hear me talk, I can't do that. It's one of the reasons I hate. I'm not so big on talking when I'm working. Prefer listening when I'm working. Because when I'm talking, I'm just going to be rambling. Okay, so I guess we're done with this. Yeah. But the only thing is now we don't have the insides, the two E's. And this one, best part about the E, of course, since the E's are the same, we'll just do one and duplicate it for the other one. Yeah, let's do one. And let's change this so we can see it better. Drag this here, create a node and bring this here. I should have put one there when I was doing the original thing, but it's good for you to be able to see that you can do that anytime you want. Add a node, remove a node. Okay, is this okay? Yes, I believe so. Now grab it, duplicate and drag it here. We've not done this top part. Grab here, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, change the outline. S to up, select the node, drag this, let's use cusp, drag here, drag here, drag here. Okay. Remember, if we just select those inside parts, so select the whole thing and click combine. So now I can select the entire thing. We can change it. Let's change this to pink as well. Okay. Now we have the crown. Crown is kind of complicated, but not really. Now the thing about things like this is sometimes in tracing, when you recognize that certain shapes are like things you can use that to your advantage. So this is like a circle. Well, it's not really a complete circle, but we can just go and draw a circle there. You know how to draw a circle, yes? Perfect circle, hold, control, remember. So can reduce this a bit because trying to trace a circle is not great. It's not that easy. It's not impossible, but it's just very annoying. Now I'm going to teach you the principle of two halves. Now looking at this design, you can see this part on the left here is the same as this part on the right here. So all you need to do is to do one half and duplicate it, then weld both of them together. I'm going to show you how to do that. So first of all, we need to identify the midpoint of this design, which is up here.